Please excuse if the car is kind of dirty on camera. I know she hasn't been washed in about a week, so yeah. Hey everyone, this is Toon Pony RC, and this is Project ZSR27, better known to many people in the Brony community as Zip Civic. I just want to go ahead and just talk about how I got this wrap done on this car, mainly on what is vectorizing and why do we need to vectorize images in order for this to fit on your car. So let's get started. To put it into simple terms, because I don't know a whole lot about it, I will have another person in this video go ahead and talk about it. But basically what vectorizing is basically an image file that doesn't have any blurred lines. And you're gonna need that when it comes to vehicle wrapping a car with decals. And basically, if you have just a rasterized file over a vector file, a rasterized file is going to have more of a blurry, kind of pixelated look, whereas a vectorized file is going to have more of a clear, sharper image of that file you're looking for. Alicesponycorner will actually explain that more in this video.
When you are making digital art, you can either make it two ways, with a raster or a vector, but what are those? 90% of drawing programs is raster, so if you do digital art, you do it with rasters. What it is when you draw, you can see the physical pixels, and it looks kind of blurry. And also, rasters are not the best for scaling, because the bigger it gets or the smaller it gets, the pixels get more dense. With a vector program like Animate or Illustrator, you don't see those pixels, and they are completely clean lines. No matter how big or how small, it will always be perfect lines.
So what does that going to do? What is vectorizing an image got to do with vehicle wrapping? Why do we need this when we wrap cars or make liveries on cars? A livery is defined as a design that you put on a vehicle. For example, police cars is an example of a livery. Bob's Auto Shop or Pinkie Pie's Cupcake Shop of Ponyville, or whatever the case may be. Businesses like that will be considered a livery if they promote that business on a car with graphics. Another noticeable livery design is race cars. If you ever watch Formula One, NASCAR, World Endurance Championship, or GT Racing, you will see cool designs on cars that have like anime or other cool images on their cars. That is what's considered a livery. Now this, for example, Zip Civic or ZSR27, this is a livery that you're looking at. Like Alicesponycorner just said, when you scale and zoom in an image file that is rasterized, you are going to see a lot of pixels and a lot of blurriness to the point where it's not going to look good when you zoom it in and explode it. It's one of the reasons why when I made Zip the way she is right now, I had to go to a local wrap shop and talk to them that, hey, I need to make this file to put a decal on my car. So I sent them the image file, sent via email, but they came back to me and said, unfortunately, we cannot do this image for you on your car because the image file is not vectorized. Meaning, the file that I gave them, when they zoomed it in, it was all blurry and pixelated, just like what Alicesponycorner just mentioned in her little clip. So what I had to do is I had to go to a program on the internet that allows me to convert image files into vectorized files. So that way, when my local wrap shops get it through email, it's going to be a lot better. Basically what you're seeing here right now is essentially a zoomed in or exploded view of the image file that I send my local wrap shop to make. If this was a rasterized regular image file, all these lines that you see here, for example, they're gonna be pixelated to the point where it's not going to look good on the car. From a distance, probably not a big deal, but as you get close to it, you're gonna notice it's like, yeah, that looks like shit. So that is where vectorizing an image file comes into play. With Zip's lightning bolt, you can see there's none of that jagged edge or that pixelated lines that you'll see on a regular image file. Sorry for the wind, by the way. Same thing with this one. This one was the most recent decal that I had, and as you guys can see, she's also vectorized. All the lines are smoothed out. They're not jagged nor pixelated, unlike a rasterized image. So there you guys have it. That is basically my basic knowledge on why you need to have a vector file when it comes to wrapping your car with a livery. And as you guys can see, this livery has went through a lot of changes on Zip. If you've been following me on the Zippy EK on Instagram as well, not just on this art page or my YouTube channel, if you've been following me on the Zippy EK, you will notice that Zip has went through a lot of changes as far as the livery is concerned. But this is one of the reasons why that you need to have a vectorized image rather than a regular image file to make decals on your car. So anyways, that is my thoughts on it. So hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I hope to see you guys very soon. And quick announcement, I will be going to Everfree Northwest, a My Little Pony convention up in Seattle, Washington, and I will be bringing Zip over there as well. So it's going to be a long trip for me, but I got the new engine in. We swapped the engine last month, and she's running pretty well. She is pinging a little bit lower RPMs because of my stupidness. I accidentally put 87 when it's supposed to take 91, so it's pinging a little bit lower RPMs. But other than that, the car runs great, and we're gonna get a dyno tune before we go to Seattle. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys again soon.